started my mission in the Seoul mission. That's where I got my call to, but about 4 months into my mission, I got transferred to the Seoul South mission because of all the new missions that were created. And so I'll talk mostly about the Seoul South mission because that's the one I know the best. So in the Seoul South mission, there are 6 zones, and it's a very small mission. It takes about 2.5 hours by subway to travel from one side to another, and it goes from right underneath the Han River to the bottom of Suwon, which used to be in Taejeon mission, but now it's a part of the Seoul South mission. And so there are 6 zones. We're kind of stacked like right across each other. It's mostly city. There's a little bit of countryside when you get further south, but up in the Seoul Incheon area, it's all big city, big apartments, big roads, lots of people. Public transportation's really good in Korea, super good. You can get everywhere by buses and by the subways. We don't ride bikes. We don't drive. We just walk and take buses. The mission home is in Songpa, and it's right southeast of the Han River. And so it's kind of like near to the outskirts of the mission, so it's not quite central. But yeah, it's a beautiful area. I like Songpa. The weather is a lot like Utah's. We have the 4 seasons that right now it's winter over in Korea, but it's very humid there. And because we're on a peninsula, and so we're surrounded by both sides of the ocean, and can be very cold in the winter, and it's very hot in the summer. And they also have winds during the winter that come down from the Siberian mountains, and so they call them sword winds in Korea, and they will like cut you to your center. They're very cold. It's mostly big city. It's not really, there's a few mountains and a few hills, but nothing like really big. Well, I'm from Utah, so to me mountains are mountains, but in Korea they're mostly hills that they call mountains. But yeah, just a big city. There's forest. It's really green when you're getting to the countryside. It's really pretty. I love Korea. I love the look of Korea. It's beautiful. Actually, the Seoul South mission is a lot of residential area. It's a lot of where people who work in Seoul, they live in like the Seoul South boundary. So like Incheon and like right below the Seoul River and like in Suwon and all that. So a lot of it isn't a whole lot of touristy spots. It's a lot of like places you live. I mean, there's Gangnam, Gangnam Style, the song. So Gangnam is in our mission, and so that's a huge shopping district. A lot of our mission is a lot of shopping areas. And so if you like to go shopping, it's a good place to go. But a lot of the big tourist sites aren't really in our mission. They're all up in the Seoul mission. And so we don't really get to go see a whole lot. I mean, there's a few there. There's like a Buddhist temple in Gangnam that's really cool. And just a few places. I know like Suwon has a traditional village. But for P-days, I like to do crazy things on P-days because I was like, come on, we're only in Korea once. And my companions were like, oh, I'm tired. I'm like, you can sleep when you go home. Let's go do something. So like, we would look around in like our area. Like my last area was right by a mountain. And so we went hiking a lot, and we went to a butterfly park, and we just did crazy things and went exploring. They had like the city museum, and I would ask members like in this area, like, is there something fun to do, or is there something interesting to do? And members were pretty helpful, and they would give you things. But our mission is very small, and so I mean, if you wanted to go to Gangnam on a P-day, I mean, I lived on the opposite side of the mission. It only took me about 45 minutes to an hour to get there, so it's not that bad. Like if you want to travel within there.